The rain in this small town is actually orange juice. After the rain, the rainbow turns into countless candies falling from the sky. Sometimes donuts fall at noon, and sometimes big chicken legs. Living here, you can never go hungry. When cold air comes, an ice cream blizzard hits the town. It's truly a paradise for kids. The residents here just only need to open their mouths to eat endless food. Plus, the food that falls in different areas changes every day. You just need to keep an eye on the weather forecast and arrive at the right place in time to enjoy the food you crave. But you'd never guess, the one who invented all this is an 8-year-old boy, Flint. Flint has loved inventing since he was little. While other kids his age couldn't even tie their shoes, Flint invented a magical spray. Just spray it on your feet, and it forms a pair of cool, tough shoes that you don't need to tie. But these shoes had one problem. Once you put them on, you could never take them off. Flint tried everything, but no matter what, he couldn't remove the shoes. The thought of never being able to trim his toenails made him super sad. Until one day, the town suffered a disaster. After the disaster, the only food left in the whole town was sardines. To improve the taste, people ate them boiled in the morning, fried at noon, roasted at night, and even drank sardine juice before bed. Over time, life became dull and monotonous. But Flint thought it was time to show his real skills. To change the situation, he invented a food machine. All you had to do was pour water into it, and it would produce whatever food you wanted. After countless experiments, Flint actually managed to make a hamburger, but due to insufficient voltage, the experiment failed in the end. Then, Flint sneaked into the power plant, deciding to try one last time. But this time, because of too much voltage, when the machine powered up, it shot straight into the sky. Flint thought it had failed again, but the next moment, everyone was stunned. Did you think it was just a colorful cloud? Of course not. Countless hamburgers started falling from the sky like rain. It turned out the food machine needed not only strong electrical current, but also a lot of moisture. After the machine absorbed the water from the clouds, it triggered this incredible burger rain. Oh my gosh, Flint had really succeeded. For the first time, people could eat something other than sardines, and their happiness shot through the roof. However, Flint, the inventor of all this, instantly became a hero in the eyes of the people. In the days that followed, Flint was in charge of making various kinds of food for the people. They just had to keep an eye on the weather forecast, then arrive early at the food drop location to enjoy a satisfying meal with joy. Not only that, Flint invented a food waste truck. Leftover food would be packed into the truck and then thrown onto a distant mountain, solving the problem. Soon after, the mayor discovered the business potential behind the food machine. He wanted to team up with Flint to turn the town into a food capital. But Flint's father strongly opposed it. He even wanted Flint to shut down the food machine, because he believed that if things continued this way, an unpredictable disaster would inevitably occur. But Flint had only just gained the people's approval, so he didn't want to shut down the machine. In the end, father and son parted on bad terms. But on his way home, a huge hot dog suddenly fell at Flint's feet. At that moment, Flint realized the seriousness of the situation. He rushed back to the lab, planning to shut down the food machine. But just then, the mayor barged into his lab. He told Flint that if he turned off the machine, he would no longer be the hero in people's eyes. In the end, Flint was swayed by the mayor's words. Not only did he not shut down the machine, but he also increased the ET's production capacity. As expected, a terrible disaster soon struck. In the distance, a tornado made of pasta was rushing toward them at high speed. A giant watermelon instantly destroyed the hospital. A giant pizza completely covered the school. People were chased by donuts, running in all directions. Some even got their heads stuck in macaroni. Soon, the food storm spread worldwide. A giant donut destroyed New York's Times Square. The Eiffel Tower in Paris was wrapped with toast, bacon, and tomato slices, turning into a giant sandwich. London even started raining hot coffee. To stop this disaster, Flint piloted his newly invented flying machine, leading his friends into the heart of the storm, determined to shut down the food machine. At that moment, the machine was absorbing rainwater in large quantities. However, the gross thing below was where the food was produced. After avoiding the obstacles in front of them, they reached the center of the storm. Then, they jumped into the heart of the food machine. When they landed, it was pitch dark. Flint lit a cotton candy to use as a torch. The scene before them shocked them. The liquid wasn't cheese, but scalding hot oil. One misstep, and they would be burned alive. When they finally crossed the hot oil, they were surrounded by a group of animated roasted chickens. Before they could react, one of the roasted chickens instantly devoured Brent. Flint thought he was dead, but unexpectedly, Brent fought back inside the chicken's stomach and gained control of its body. Then, Brent helped them break through the roasted chicken's encirclement. With Brent's cover, Flint quickly reached the core of the food machine. By now, the food machine had mutated into a monster, and its reactions were incredibly quick. When it spotted Flint, it immediately attacked.
Corn!
Luckily, Flint disguised himself as a hot dog, allowing him to narrowly escape. Then, while the food machine was producing food, Flint tied a shrimp to the spaghetti and wrapped it around a high-up donut. The moment the food machine spit out food, Flint leaped up and tightly bound the machine. But when he tried to shut it down, he realized he had grabbed the wrong flash drive. With the world on the brink of destruction, Flint looked down at the shoes he couldn't take off and suddenly came up with a solution. In the next second, he took out the magical spray and sprayed it fiercely on the bottom of the machine. With the explosion of the food machine, the food storm in the sky disappeared in an instant. Just like that, Flint successfully saved the world. In the end, he earned his father's approval.
I love my son.
I love you too, Dad.